Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Daniel from Woodworking with Dash, and today we're going to make this what I call up and down box. It's got two drawers at the bottom and a jewelry box top, and it's made out of red oak and spotted gum. This spotted gum's so bloody heavy. Near the end of the video I make a bloody big mistake, but like all mistakes, you've got to get over it and you get past it. And there's also another mistake. If you can see it when I'm making the box, please comment and we'll see if anybody gets it. But there is another big mistake in this box. Anyway, follow along, let's get started. We'll be hinging the top with barrel hinges. Small little barrel hinges. I don't know if you can see that. I just glue them in. But the sides have to be thicker, but they have to hold the barrel. The barrel looks like about 10 mil, so I'll make the sides about 16 mil thick. Okay guys, let's get into it. Okay guys, I've cut the side drawer box and now I've just been veneering the front edges. Remember to start, don't start in the end, start a little bit off the end. And so you break it in there and then you always press inwards as you cut it. You feel like cutting it with the edge on an angle. Cut it all the way back, then go the other way. And then just break it off. Fold it up. I'm putting all the writing to the outside, so everything's going to be covered. So I don't have to sand. Damn. See? Up here for thinking, mate. Up here for thinking. So when you're doing anything, you've got to be continuously thinking. You don't do things on autopilot when you stuff them up. Alright, I stuff up a lot of things too. Okay guys, I've made the ply substrate for the drawers, and you can cut the timber to width now and then cut the angles and extend them up past the drawer so it's the same height as this now. Red oak, the two sides and the two long pieces, we'll cut them just like we do a normal box, but we have to cut out that bottom section for the drawers. So I'll show you how we do that in a minute. I've cut the red oak around the carcass. They're the three tall sides that I've cut. And I've cut the front, which is the same as the back, but I've cut it down to 61 mil, which is just a little bit under, just a little bit onto the carcass. So we'll put the box together like normal, flip it over, and we'll glue it up. Be careful with this one because it's okay, we'll glue it up. And while we're gluing it up, I'll tell you the word for the day. The word for the day is called dragnugu. You've never heard of it, have you? Well, you haven't, but it's a made up word. It's a cabinet making word. And there's another word that goes with it, a bee stick. They're both a unit of measurement. When you're working with another cabinet maker and he's cutting and you're assembling and something's just a little bit tight, you say, oh, take a bee stick off that. You don't say take a millimetre or a bee stick, so he knows it's about 1/2 millimetre. And if you want something a bit bigger, you say take a drag noodle off that. That's about 1.5 mil. Again, being Australians, we shorten everything. So instead of saying take a bee stick, you say take a bees off that, or take a drag off that. So the word for the day is called drag noodle. See, we've invented a word. It's a candle making word. See, I'm letting you guys in on all the trade secrets here. God, I'm sure the candle making hitman might be after me for doing this. Yeah. Now, if he comes, he comes. I'm a fast runner. There. Okay. Well, things are coming up good. Everything's coming up good. Okay. This is all glued up, waiting for it to dry now. And when it dries, we'll fit the carcass into it, and then we'll take it from there. Okay, so while it's waiting, it's time for a cup of tea and story time. If you watch my other videos, you know that I've told my candle making life story up to now. So I'm just going to start telling some random stories of my candle making journey and my yachting journey, and any other stories during my 69 years of life that I think you'll find interesting. You might find them interesting, you might not. Anyway, we'll start with, I had to write a few down in the book, but being 69 I keep forgetting. Alright, we'll start with, okay, we'll start with a yachting story. Back when we had the yacht in the late 70s and early 80s, we had a steel yacht. There was a lot of yachts around that were made out of ferro cement, which is a literally a sprayed concrete. So they used to make a frame of a yacht, cover it in chicken wire, and spray this ferro cement type stuff. It's like a concrete, but it's supposed to be waterproof, but it wasn't. The hull of the yacht. It floated alright with the displacency, but you couldn't fix to it. You couldn't just drill a hole with everything. You couldn't fix a winch to it or anything, but things would just collapse. So you have to plan all them out first. And they were shocking things. They always leaked. And you'd see one up on the slips, and you'd see when it was dry, you'd see all the wet patches where the water was still in the hull. You just drill a hole in the hull, put a hose in there, turn the hose on, and you'd see the water coming out of all parts of the yacht. But it was all hollow on the inside. They were shocking things. The old guy and his wife turned up at the wharf where we were with a ferro cement boat, and his name was Jock, and he was going to do the world tour. He was going to sail his yacht around the world. He knew nothing about sailing at all, and it was just him and his wife. Being a yachting community, we took him out in the boat, and we pointed out all the things that he needed to do a lot, and the boat needed a lot of stuff to do. And we give him some pointers about how to sail, and he was determined he was going to go soon too. So we gave him the best advice that we could, but he was going to go. So one day he said, we're going. So he hopped in his boat, him and his wife, and off they went down Port Phillip Bay. Now what happened is that they didn't check the tide tables. Port Phillip Bay, the entrance is very narrow. So if you've got to go, being a small boat, you've got to go through it on what you call slack water, in between a high tide and a low tide, or a low tide and a high tide, when the water's not running in or out. He didn't check his tide tables, so he got right down in the heads, which is a dangerous place to be, and he was facing literally a wall of water. But as the tide comes in, it can't come in fast enough. So it builds up behind it. It's like a wave that it creates. So he's facing a wall of water. So old Jock says, I know what I'll do. I'll drop the anchor. So in the middle of the head, he threw the anchor overboard. A little bit there was only, this is a big shipping channel and it's very deep there. He only had about 100 feet of chain and it was over 100 feet deep. So his anchor started whipping out and he didn't have an anchor brake. He couldn't stop it. And the anchor got to its point where it just ran out of chain and ripped the whole front of his boat off, because there was only ferrous cement. And in the meantime, he's panicking and doing things, and he's drifted out of the heads. So now he's out of the heads. So he's got a big hole in the front of his boat, and but he's still determined to go. And he got down as far as Wilson's Promontory, which is, you know, a good day and a half sailing down the coast. And he stopped there for a while to do some repairs in one of the bays, and then he was off to Eden, which is the next port, 200 k's away. And the oil rigs just off the coast, and all boats are supposed to go outside the oil rigs. Anyway, Jock started to motor. There was not much wind around, so we turned the motor on, and he went inside the rigs, hoping he was going to stay next to land. So he went inside the rigs, and his motor broke down. Then his radio broke down. He had no wind to sail. His motor was broken down, and he was drifting. And he would drift up past the oil rigs and drift down the other side. And after about 2 days, noticed him on the radar. And they had to go out and rescue him, and they towed him into Lake's entrance. And that was the end of Jock's trip. Damn. So the motto is, if you're going to go yachting, you've got to be prepared. It's not like you see Adventures in Paradise, where everything's just calm weather and rosy. You've got to be prepared. Anyway, that's the first yachting story for today, and we'll see how that one goes. Alright, back to the box. The box fixed in, I put a couple of screws inside to hold it, and you're not going to see them, but the drawers are in there, and I've glued it in at the back. So that's coming out quite well. I'll put the wings on too. I'll put the two wings on, and they're taped up drying at the moment. And now we can cut the drawers. Monday morning. Now, better than working, this is fun. You have no idea how much fun this is for me. So while they're doing this, what will I be doing? Okay, mate, going down somebody bowls club or something, and oh God, wouldn't that cheat you? Wouldn't that irk you? Becoming a member of a bloody club. Damn. That it? Okay, perfect. Cool. We're all ready for the spotted gum now. Bloody heavy stuff it is. Yeah, so we can it's about 18mm thick, which we're going to leave it about 18mm thick, because we'll put a moulding around it. We're going to cut it a drag nougat over. We're going to leave a drag nougat over. You like that? When we cut the top. So a 10.5mm drill bit here. But the 10's a perfect fit. But I want another 1/2 mil for the glue to come up the sides. Because we're using an epoxy glue which is pretty thick. So I'll put a bit of masking tape on it for the depth. So we'll do the box first. Just gotta find the centre. I came in 50mm each end. Find the centre. Drill a hole. That's it. When I'm done. Two holes done. For the marks. Okay guys, I've put a new bit of tape on there so I know exactly how deep to go. Just take it easy, you only got 18mm there. Keep turning the trigger on and off. Okay, now we'll just see if they fit dry, and then after we polish it, we'll fit the lid. Open them up. See, it's good, that works. They'll be fine. Cool. Super glue and the type 1-3 method. Just glue one. Take them out. Then you clean up the excess glue. It's all fitted now. Easy. Easy peasy, Jap and easy. Okay guys, we're getting there now. All unfitted. Through the drawers. And the top's been fitted with the holes drilled in for the hinges. Now we're just going to sand everything up. I've got to put 2 little handles on there. I'll make 2 little handles first and then glue them on. And I'm going to make 4 little legs. That's right. Out there we've got the drawers fitted. Put a couple of little maple handles on. The hinge while it's drying, just to make sure that there's nothing clogging them up. Nothing too messy. Guys, this morning's been a total disaster. I glued the hinges in the lid first. They didn't really hold that well. The 5mm epoxy shit out. Then I broke the hinge off trying to work it backwards and forwards, but the glue got into the mechanism. So now I'm stuffed. I got half a hinge in the hole, hinge sticking out of the hole, hinge sticking out of here. Damn! I have to decide what to do. I'm thinking I go back to butt hinges. Guys, I'm having one of these days. And I filled up the holes in the top with 2 plugs and erodited them in, and I let them dry and I sand them down. That means I've got to polish the top again. Then the material top I cut a bit too big, bulged up in the centre. After a long time thinking, I decided I'm going to cut 18mm off the top of the box. Well, that was a bit of excitement for today, wasn't it? The old butt hinges, come on, good. So when you make a mistake, there's always ways around it. Don't get, I tend to get too frustrated, and I tend to try to fix things quickly. And sometimes that leads to more disaster. So just take your time, walk away, have a think about it, come back. It's not the end of the world. Even if the box is totally stuffed, it's still not the end of the world. So you just gotta enjoy it. Enjoy making your mistakes. That's how you learn. Okay. So this box is finished now. Okay. Again, I'll tell you one other thing. I did make another mistake, and I'll see if anyone in the comments can pick it. It's for me it's pretty glaring, but let's say if you can pick it. And just if you can, just make a comment in the box. Okay, this is it for this box. Please subscribe, ring the bell. I'm on a new channel, looking for subscribers. I'm going right now. I'm having a lot of fun. I hope you are too. Something very radical. Radical might be the next word I use. Radical. Radical is going to be the word of the day in the next box. Radical. So see you guys, and we'll do something radical.